Welcome. Welcome to this somatic journaling practice that is really to support both your emotional well-being, but also starting to rebuild this self-trust between yourself, your body, your inner experience, your emotional landscape. So many of us were taught to face and meet our emotions in a very cognitive way and a very fix it way. So if something was uncomfortable, we learned tools to distract ourselves or shut it down or make it go away as fast as possible. But what this did was just disconnect us from this constant stream of emotional information that was coming through the body, and we stopped trusting ourselves. And that self trust and lack of it seeps out into all areas of our lives. And so I wanted to share something that you can dive into straight away. All you need is your journal and a pen nearby. And really an exploration and an opportunity to listen to how your body is communicating to you and to start building a more compassionate and attuned relationship with that as well. So before we dive in, just take a moment to rub the hands together. And as you rub the hands together, getting in between the fingers, maybe the backs of the hand, starting to slow down the breath in a way that's comfortable, in a way that you can maintain. And that exhale might be a or a sigh out of the mouth, whatever feels most satisfying for you right now. And whatever kind of exhale allows that next inhale to be a little fuller, a little richer. And from rubbing the hands together, maybe we work our way up one arm, just giving a little bit more sensation up through the lower arm, the upper arm. And if placing your hands and bringing this touch to your body does not feel good, you could stand up and give your body a little shake out. Maybe just have a little stretch. This is just one of a million and more ways that you can just bring a bit more awareness to the body, heighten that sensation or your awareness of that sensation. And then just working your way across the chest and then working your way down through the other arm. All the way round. And then finding yourself back at the hand. And then taking a moment to slow that down and placing the hands somewhere on the body. So it might be at the heart, it might be a hand on the heart and the belly. If neither of those feel right and good for you, maybe they're resting down in the lap. Wherever you choose, just making sure there is some contact between your hands somewhere and your body, a sense of connection. Stay with that longer, slower breath. And starting by being the giver of this attention and this touch. This practice today, the intention behind it is about getting curious around how the body is communicating your emotional landscape and guidance to be with that. To be curious and compassionate and non judgmental around what we notice. So, how through this touch and the quality of it on your body, what do you want to communicate through this touch? Maybe it's I'm listening, I'm here, I accept you. And perhaps some other words come through. Maybe challenge yourself to say them out loud. I'm listening, I'm here, I'm curious and want to know. Take a moment to really sense that being communicated through this touch and saying those words. How is this touch being received through the body? Is there a longer exhale? Is there a little contraction? If this feels unfamiliar, all of it is so welcome. And then from being the giver of this touch, just starting to now be the receiver of this touch. How is it to receive this intentional attention, this care? How's the body communicating back? Take another few moments just to notice what this little interaction, or it may feel like a big interaction right now, how it's being received and what the body is communicating back. And now speaking directly to the body, and you might say this out loud, you might say it silently to yourself. Hey, body. Hey, you. I'm curious. What are you holding today? What's here? And just take a moment to notice that response, what the body is feeding back. What are you holding? How is it to be in this body, in this system today? Where do you feel that sensation? Does it have a color? Maybe a texture? If it was made of a material, what might it be? Is there a weight or a movement to that sensation? Offer it the breath, not to make it go away, but to create a little bit more space for you to be with whatever's here. Create more space for the sensation and the emotion to be here. You don't need to change anything. Offer it the breath and this compassionate, no blame, no shame, no judgment, curiosity. How familiar is that to not try and shape or change what you're experiencing right now? And instead, allow it, respect it, validate it, be curious around it. Asking again, hey, what are you holding right now? What are you feeling right now? And whatever comes through, whether that be with sensation, maybe words come through, give it some space to be heard. And then when you feel ready, just blinking the eyes open if they're closed and take a moment to write it down in your journal. And perhaps you pause the video here when you're ready, coming back to where you were. Thank the body. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. And with total care and honesty, really show and communicate how grateful for you are. I'm so grateful you told me. And then offer yourself some validation. That makes so much sense that you're feeling that way. It makes so much sense. No emotional response is ever random. It makes sense that you feel that way right now. Take a big breath and one of those satisfying exhales. And then coming back to that conversation with your body right now. Is there anything else you'd like to share with me? Is there anything else that you are feeling underneath what you already shared with me? Taking some big breaths and noticing where that sensation arises in the body. If it texture, color, maybe even an image arises. Does it have a movement, a shape, a weight to it? Offer it the breath so you're creating some more space with for whatever is present to be there, and allow this compassionate curiosity to sit alongside it. And then when you feel like you've had that response, maybe some words have come through as well. Thank your body now. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you told me this. It makes so much sense that you're feeling that way. And then when you feel like you've really got a greater sense of what's present for you, when you're satisfied with that check in, jotting down anything in your journal, and then bringing some movement back into the body, maybe some touch, maybe some stroking down through the shoulders, down to the elbows. Maybe if it felt quite activating, maybe you want to stand up and stretch out and take it back out some space again, maybe shake out the body. And then when you've given yourself a few minutes of just some responsive movement, what's in the aftermath of that now? How are you feeling now? How was that to turn towards your body and your emotional landscape with curiosity, without any judgment or needing to fix it? This is the foundations of rebuilding self trust, self belief, and confidence that is unwavering. It starts with turning towards ourselves in all the moments that we learnt to turn away, in all the moments and experiences we learnt to curate or shut down. If you are interested in going deeper into this work, get in touch with me. And it may be that I have some space to support you either in a one to one or in a group program so you can really master this deep level of embodied support for yourself. If you have any questions or any insights that arose from this practice today, never hesitate to get in touch. It's always such a joy to hear from you, and I will support you as much as I can. I'm wishing you well. Come back to this practice as much as you need daily. Set something in your diary for every few days. Get to know your emotions and yourself having them from a place of deep respect and care. It's one of the first steps to feeling so much more peaceful and powerful in our own skin. I look forward to speaking to you soon and sending you so much